Hey, what up, football fans, and welcome to another episode of The Football Connection. As always, I'm your host, Brock Boyd, and today we're joined by Mr. Cody Newhouse. Cody, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing wonderful. I just want to get off and thank everybody who has already subscribed and viewed. Man, we put up that Kansas City Chief exclusive, and man, people are loving it. It's really awesome. So thank you to everybody.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Thanks a lot for the support.
Yeah, so help us keep growing, guys. Already, if you're watching this, just hit subscribe, hit that like button, and please share. So, Cody, we had a crazy wild card weekend. Your Philadelphia Eagles pulled it off.
Yeah, man, we sure did. I don't know how. Miracles from the blocked field goal.
That
Parkey didn't miss it. It was blocked.
It wasn't that. Like, are you?
Yeah,
100%?
it's official.
It's official.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, nonetheless, the icing the kicker seemed to work. Whether it was a block or he was gonna. Because actually, I did hear that some people were saying that the block caused it to actually go in more, where it was going to go even further left had he not.
Oh, really? Huh?
Tipped it.
Well, hey, either way, a block's a block.
A block's a block.
We'll take it.
Yeah, so that was wonderful. I was watching that game, mind blown. I was so excited.
Yeah, no doubt.
Such an exciting game. Wasn't expecting it. You and I 1-3 in our predictions.
Yeah, not too hot to start off.
It definitely wasn't good, but I think that was kind of everybody.
Yeah.
No one really saw San Diego doing what to Baltimore they did.
Well, I mean, can we just kind of say that's what Wild Card Weekend's all about?
Right.
You know?
And like we said in the last videos, playoffs are a completely different game.
Yeah.
There's so much more into it than just a regular season. I mean, it's one and done.
Yep.
It's that's the end. And so there's you come to play or you don't.
Yeah.
And the Chargers came to play. And that kind of leads me to my next thing of we got the Chargers New England game coming up. And I don't know. It's ingrained in us just to automatically assume Tom Brady and Foxborough in the playoffs, it's probably going to be a win.
With a week to prepare. And rest.
Which he doesn't need.
Well, right.
And so,
right.
So it's just an even bigger advantage. But also now we've got a LA Chargers team who is just on the road. Great. They don't care. They don't have a home field. So, other than going to the cold, is there going to be much of an issue?
I mean, I think so. I think they're going to go into New England and beat them. I really do. I just think with the pass rush that they can bring, with, a good offensive line for New England. But, I just think the pass rush for the Chargers is just that much better.
So they're going to keep the pressure on Tom Brady the whole game. Joey Bosa is going to get in there.
I mean, not necessarily just get in there, but, maybe you just need to just keep him moving. Happy feet, not a comfortable time is not the best time, as we all know.
Well, especially every year getting older.
Right.
He's definitely not sprinting as much as galloping.
But he's got that 1,000 yards, though.
Look at him go. Look at him go. Good job, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
If you're listening, we appreciate it. But, my hope is that the Chargers go in there and win.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were saying, just Phillip Rivers, he's that ring. Antonio get that ring. And that would be really cool. So as far as that storyline goes, just not the Patriots. We've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand that, but, I'm one of those guys, though. Like, when they're playing my team, then sure. But I like seeing the dynasties. I like seeing the teams continue dominance and, like, seeing the teams under them try to catch them.
Right.
I really enjoy seeing that, just like in the NBA with the Warriors and what they're doing.
Okay.
I kind of like seeing them dominate and then lose when it matters.
Right.
So,
so
hopefully that happens this time here.
So hopefully we'll see Tom Brady and that New England team fall to the Chargers, which, if they play the way they did against Baltimore, then it shouldn't be an issue. The whole game. You got to play the whole game.
Right.
It got iffy at the end. Baltimore almost came back.
Yeah, but, would you have switched the quarterback? Would you have put Flacco in?
I think given their situation at the moment, they just announced they're releasing Joe Flacco that day or the day before. No, you let your kid play. You let him get that experience,
I agree. You got to let him
and
take the lumps,
yeah, and other than Joe Flacco, needing to go somewhere, I don't think he needed this playoff win for any team to want him.
Right.
I don't think he's going to have trouble finding a spot.
Yeah, I mean his playoff record speaks for itself.
Right. Super Bowl champ.
There you go.
Super Bowl champ. So, that just so he might have just gone in that game. I mean, not prepared to play, and he could have made a difference, but I mean, we'll never know. But Lamar Jackson.
I think no, because the way they were getting to Lamar Jackson, I mean, Joe Flacco's a sitting duck in there. So, I mean, he'd be teed off.
So
I think it'd have been way worse.
Off.
Yeah.
And so I think they made the right decision there. It was just the pressure was too much.
Yeah, and just give the Chargers credit. That's a good team, man.
Absolutely,
that is a good team.
Yeah, they're playing to win, and they've got the heart. So, Chargers. Go in there. What's the keys to victory there? Obviously, keeping Tom Brady.
Yeah, and keep him uncomfortable. Yeah, don't give him a chance. And I think can Phillip Rivers again. Now the moment is getting bigger now. It's not the wild card weekend. It's the divisional round. He's that much closer to getting to that Super Bowl that he's never gotten to. So the pressure's up. Can he handle it? I think he can, but it's just the mistake-prone Phillip Rivers that we all know is still there. I'm not 100% sold on him as far as the moment and being able to, for lack of a better term, not Brett Favre it.
Right.
Not Brett Favre it. Don't throw away the game. Keep your team in it. And, I do think this is the year, but sometimes it's so hard to tell.
Yeah. Well, and I know last week I said Hunter Henry was going to play kind of last minute. He didn't. Do we know if he's going to be playing?
I haven't seen anything different, honestly.
Because if he does play, that's going to open up that playbook. And the thing that Phillip Rivers has for him is he's got a running back, so he doesn't have to make that mistake. If it's end of the game, they got the lead, they can run that ball. They don't have to throw a fourth quarter interception.
Right.
And if you've got Hunter Henry and Antonio Gates, I'll tell you, Hunter Henry will be the key playmaker in that game. He'll either that or Antonio Gates going to have a crazy game, or one of these receivers is going to just go off because you can't account for all of those guys at that point. There's so much. And if anybody could, Bill Belichick will. But I really think that if they get that run, and that's just throughout this whole playoffs, I think running, when we look back at these playoffs, the run game is going to be the deciding factor when it comes to a lot of these games.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that, no doubt.
Any other thoughts on this LA New England game?
Well, I mean, you have, I guess, the overall record between Phillip Rivers and Brady, 0-7.
No.
Phillip Rivers hasn't ever beaten Tom Brady.
Yikes.
That's terrible. And he's 0-2 in the playoffs alone against him. So that's tough. That's tough.
But again, this year it's not just Phillip Rivers.
That's right. He does have a team.
Yeah. And he's got a defense to back it up.
Yep, and I definitely think they're going to go into New England and shock New England and get it done.
Let's hope so. If you disagree or you have any opinion on that, just let us know in the comments. We're going to start going over comments. And if we get enough, we'll do future videos where we answer your questions or we go over things that you guys say. We'd love to hear what you have to say. So definitely just let us know. All right. So other AFC divisional round game, we got the Colts, Kansas City Colts going into Kansas City. If you had a chance to watch the Football Connection exclusive with the interview with the Chiefs fan, I kind of go over my opinion of the Chiefs-Colts game, but let me know. What do you think?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick Kansas City to win this game, get off the snide, or however you say that word, and finally get it done. I just think that they've heard it all week long, all season long. Well, it doesn't matter because you guys don't get it done in the playoffs. And I think they're going to come out with that motivation. They're at home. That crowd is going to be 100% behind them. It's going to be rocking in there, as we all know. they're gonna ride that momentum to a certain extent. Eventually it'll become maybe a little closer, but I just think they are ready to win this game.
Well, and I get that. Oh, boo hoo! The best team in the league is bad at playoffs, so they're gonna use that to motivate them. But you're the best team in the NFL right now, so I don't want to. Last year the Eagles wore those dog masks. You were the underdogs. That Kansas City isn't the underdogs. No one's going in there being like, oh, they're going to get smashed, other than me, by Andrew Luck. And it's not going to be a smashing, but I think that Andrew Luck's going to carve up that defense with zero problem. I think it's just going to be surgical and it's going to be brilliant. And we're going to be sitting here on Monday or Sunday and we're going to say that was just amazing. And we're going to see the second youngest quarterback in a playoff game buckle under the pressure, especially in the second half. If they don't keep it up, if they don't have a lead, Kansas City doesn't have a lead against the Colts going into the half, I just think it's over. I think that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So you're not giving Kansas City any respect here
I
at all?
just did. I mean, I just said that they're the best team in the NFL. Their quarterback's phenomenal. I think that it's going to be a shootout, but if we've seen anything in the playoffs, experience is key, and defenses win championships, and that includes playoff games. And their defense isn't winning anything for them.
No, that's true, but that defense can maybe get to Andrew Luck, maybe. I mean, is that not a chance there?
No, and they're probably going to. I mean, the fact that,
but how many times do you have to
J.D.
sack
Watt
him?
and Jadeveon Clowney didn't get to him one time in that game.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they know them so well, though. I mean, that's a division opponent, though.
Okay.
I mean, they know them so well.
But that's double edge. They know each other.
Well, sure, and they got him this time, so checkmate on that. Your season's over, buddy.
Right. So now you just have to stop old Justin Houston, and you're going to be good to go. Now, if Eric Berry comes and plays, I think he is, I think that'll be good for those young guys in the backfield. I think it's going to, motivate them to play better, and maybe he'll get that knockdown of that pick that's going to, change the momentum of the game. But I don't think so. I think all Eric Berry does is take you from 31 to 29. It doesn't, you're not really improving those stats much. And Andrew Luck's been to every single one of these playoff games. This is nothing new for him. It's just going to be just another Sunday, and I think that they just have that fire behind them right now.
I just think Kansas City with that emotion, just raw emotion of just, they think we can't do it. It's sort of like the Eagles mentality, but not necessarily the underdog, but they're tired. They want to get that stigma off of them.
Yeah, but no one's really saying that they can't do it. They're just like, oh, hey, by the way, here's this stat.
Well, they're saying
that the Chiefs are terrible.
But they're saying that you won't do it exactly. But that's what that stat's saying, though.
No. I think it's just, for me, how I perceive it is that if they're just seeing it as, or they're saying because there's not much else to say. Like you're going into this thing and it's like, okay, it's the high power offense. They're going to go in there against the Colts and they're just going to score 30 points on them. It's going to be crazy. They're going to have no problem. It's Arrowhead. Oh, but by the way, they do have this terrible curse where they lose in the playoffs all the time. And
their coach is Andy Reid.
And so, look, I don't know. I see the way this Colt team is playing, and I think that next week we're going to see Colts Chargers, man. That's going to be the championship, and what a championship that would be.
And would that not be in LA? Colts are the 6.
Yeah, no, it would be.
Wow. Yeah. Imagine that the ultimate road team would get a home game.
Right.
That's crazy.
But the Colts are playing really good road games too.
Well, right.
And
something's got to give, right?
Right. And is that really a home team yet for the Chargers? Is it not really a Rams team still? Like, are they not?
Yeah, they're like what in like the backyard
of
LA. Like, oh hey, by the way, we're kind of good over here too.
Right. Which one of these times we'll have to do an episode where we talk about the two teams in LA and what maybe needs to change there or doesn't. But we're getting off topic. The Colts Kansas City game. So you're going in there. Give me a score. I said 28-24. That was my prediction.
That's actually mine too, just with Kansas City winning. Yeah.
Okay. I do agree that if Kansas City gets 30 points or more, Kansas City is going to win that game. But I really think that if we look at the pieces there, all right, we got Patrick Mahomes, number one quarterback, 50 touchdowns, 5,100 yards. Andrew Luck, 39 touchdowns, almost 5,000 yards. You got 1 and 2. Now you got to start looking at the pieces around them. Travis Kelce, Eric Ebron. Yeah, Travis Kelce's probably a better tight end. But is he playing as good as Eric Ebron is right now? T.Y. Hilton has the experience that Tyreek Hill doesn't. They're such similar players. Quick, hands like crazy. They're going to get you. What was last week on his first drive? T.Y. Hilton had 64 yards on 3 catches. They're going to get those huge plays. So here's Andrew Luck making huge plays just like Patrick Mahomes is. But now we got the running game. And we got Marlon Mack, who's better than anyone else the Chiefs have right now. And he's going to run for 100 yards. And he's going to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. And that's going to be the difference.
Guess we'll see.
Well, sure. And that's definitely what it comes down to. We're just going to see. But, so yeah, there we go. My predictions for this week. I want the Chargers to win, but my prediction is the Patriots are going to win. And they're going to win 30-21.
30-21.
Something around, yeah.
Well,
what about you? What do you? What's your? I know it's going to be the Chargers. What do you think?
I have the Chargers in a 20-14.
Okay, so not really a shootout. It's
no, definitely not.
The defense is going to keep them.
Yeah, I think that Chargers defense is going to keep Tom at bay.
Okay, which
in New England too, mind you. In New England, they're going to do this.
Right. You're most likely right, but I just in the playoffs you can never, ever, 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 ever count out Tom Brady in Foxborough. And so, yeah, we'll see on that one. Kansas City, we both have the same, just reversed.
Yep.
So 28-24. So yeah, we'll obviously be back to make a video about the results from that. So we'll see. I do want to finish up today's episode by talking about some of these coaching changes. For me, I'm excited because the Broncos got Vic Fangio, and Gary Kubiak's coming back for offensive coordinator. I've always said that the Broncos are just one coach away from being a completely different team. And we're looking at a coach in Vic Fangio who took a defense that was really nothing and made it third in the league. Everyone thought that defense was going to carry them to the Super Bowl. And so now he's going somewhere where he has a Khalil Mack and Von Miller. But he's also got a Bradley Chubb, who's a Von Miller just second year, and who's going to get better. I think Bradley Chubb's going to slim up. He's going to be quicker next year. Second year, I don't see a sophomore slump coming up. I see him just banging like he did this year. 12 sacks, almost breaking the rookie record. So, yeah, I think that's huge. And then Gary Kubiak for the offensive coordinator. That's what we won a Super Bowl with. This is the man. This is the guy we all want there. And I think it's important for all of the pieces to fall into place. I think this offseason is going to be very interesting. I think the Broncos are going to do some big, really out of this world crazy changes. And we don't know what they are yet, but I just feel it. I feel like they've got some plans. So I think this is it for John. If he doesn't get this right, they might have to start looking at that.
To replace John Owen.
I mean, I don't know to replace him, but start looking at him. No one in Denver right now is looking at him. Maybe the outside is, but as the Broncos do, no one's saying John Elway is.
I know I am. I'm looking hard at him right now.
And you could look all you want. You can't see John Elway, all right?
Oh, I see him.
No, you don't see him.
I'm staring right at that man.
The guy's the man. And so he's got it done. He's got it done, especially with this draft class last year. One of the best drafts he's had yet.
Oh, well, sure.
So, yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I mean, sure. I mean, I'm kind of surprised they didn't really go offense there to be part of the copycat league thing. But, sometimes you go against the grain and it works.
Well, right, and I feel like they didn't really go against the grain where they got their offensive coordinator they wanted.
Right.
Like they're gonna let him do the play calling, and I think that having Gary Kubiak focus on just the offense is going to be good for his health. He just has to worry about that. The pieces are there. He's got a running back committee. No one's questioning that. Cortland Sutton is probably just going to get better. If Amanda Sanders comes back, we're good on the outsides.
I don't think that's a big if.
That is a big if, but if we don't get someone else, I don't see us getting rid of Emmanuel Sanders. We dropped Demaryius Thomas in that cap, so I think unless we go and pick up a bigger name, which Antonio Brown probably is the only one. Is the only one that you could see, but like the pieces are definitely there. And we got to work on our tight end situation, where Jeff Hireman was.
Hey, Jake Butt. Don't you have Jake Butt?
Yeah, we got Jake Butt.
Yeah, go blue. Yeah, you're welcome. You're doing just fine with Jake Butt, buddy.
Well, Jeff Hireman is, I think, going to be our answer. If he could we got him to say it. But anyways, I see big things. We will be talking a lot about that in the offseason. All the teams and our expectations for them and what's happening. But what are some other coaching moves that have happened?
That Cardinals hire.
Oof.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I mean, everybody just wants to find the next Sean McVay. Is that not what it looks like here?
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. And did you see the release that they said?
I didn't.
I think it was on Twitter or something like that, saying that he's friends with Sean McVay, or he's like talked to him or something weird like that.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, wait, so you hired him because he's friends with Sean McVay? What is this?
Yeah, no, that's interesting. It just kind of shows you what's going on and upstairs in Arizona. There's making some really interesting calls.
So is it fair to say that they're a dysfunctional franchise now?
Yeah, I don't think they know what direction they want to go in.
No, I agree.
And maybe we'll see something this offseason that'll start putting pieces together. Maybe this guy is the next Sean McVay, and we'll find out.
But I mean, with them getting rid of what was it, Steve Wilkes, right? I mean, I think that was just not fair.
Yeah,
it just was not fair. Like you can tell the way they were just kind of not caring, like with his media stuff. I mean, it was bad. That locker room apparently didn't really buy in either, from what I've read. So. I just 1 year though, not even really giving him a shot to fix anything. I mean, dang.
Yeah, and that is troublesome, but that is the NFL. I mean, it's a business.
It is. I mean, I get it, but I mean, if it was me personally, I would have at least given him 1 more year if I'm gonna cut him loose.
I think what teams are wanting to do, and obviously this is what teams want to do, is you want to get yourself a Bill Belichick. You want to get that guy who's going to be there forever. And I think they didn't see the potential in their coach, so they're trying to get somebody in here who's going to grow with Josh Rosen.
Right.
Because I think Josh Rosen is going to be that franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
If he gets that right person. Right.
He's got to have pieces.
And so for them to grow together, work together, that might be a good thing. So if you know a guy's maybe give him another year. That puts Josh Rosen in year 3.
Right.
Give him a new coach.
Yeah.
Is that really worth it? Is that the right move? So maybe they know better than we're thinking. I don't know. But I would like to see that Arizona team get better.
Yeah, I mean, and did you see Adam Gase go to the Jets now?
Just really disappointing because I feel so bad for Sam Darnold.
Really? You don't believe in him like that, though?
I think he needed that. He needed somebody a little more. I think he needed maybe even a Zach Taylor. Just a quarterback coach who's going to come in, get those fundamentals right. Can Adam Gase do that? Can he make Sam Darnold better?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. My guess is probably not. Because, I mean, he had Ryan Tannehill, though Ryan Tannehill did get hurt a lot.
So he had Jay Cutler.
I'm sorry, who?
And Brock Osweiler.
Oof.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
God. Stole that money from the Dolphins.
2 former Broncos.
Well.
And Adam Gase. Bunch of Broncos. That's why they're former.
Yeah, you got that right.
That's why they're former.
Yeah, that's just interesting move. Interesting. And he stays right there in the division, too. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a player move.
Yeah, that's interesting.
A bitter player move. Hey, Richard
Sherman
move.
Oh man, that didn't go too well.
But that's just because my boy Jimmy G wasn't playing all season.
Oh, your boy.
Yep.
Okay.
Jimmy G next year is going to just show everybody his talent.
I don't know if there's any Carson Wentz ramifications of that. It's going to take a little bit in order for you to see that guy come out.
How do you get Antonio Brown?
Nah.
Yeah.
They're
talking about it. Him and Kittle.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Did you see that Kittle? So Travis Kelce broke that receptions record, and then Kittle came and took it from him.
Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, no, but Jimmy Garoppolo comes back. Let's say they get Antonio Brown. Say all the reports are right, and they get Antonio Brown. You don't think that's just game changer right there?
Well, I mean, it makes them better, sure, but the Steelers aren't going to move him. Technically, okay, if it's me, you got to, because him and Ben apparently are just not a thing.
You don't want to keep an Antonio Brown who doesn't want to play.
No. Do you want another Le'Veon Bell?
Yeah, he just won't show up.
Right. And he doesn't care about the fine.
He'll go do Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, or put a mask on and go do that.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do it. Okay. I really don't think they'll do it. They really should, though.
I like what John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are doing over there. I think that there's some potential. And this was supposed to be Jimmy Garoppolo's year.
It was gonna be, I think, as well. I think he's okay, but.
Yeah. So yeah, that's anyways, that's kind of what's going on around the league right now. We will be back with some videos to recap the weekend, of course, and just stay with us. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? All right, Cody. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure as always. Thank you everybody for watching. Please make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button and help us grow. And we can only do that with you guys and your help. So we will see you all next time on another episode of The Football Connection.
Later.